start a new game. My adventure Mount and Blade Warbands. It's a real nice game. Welcome adventure to Diplomacy for Mount and Blade Warband. Before beginning the game you must create your own character. Remember, in the traditional medieval society, despite in the game, war and politics are usually dominated male members of the nobility. That does not, however, mean that you should not choose to play a female character or one who is not of noble birth. Male nobles may have a somewhat easier start, but women and commoners can attain all of the same goals, and in fact may have a much more interesting, if more challenging, early game. We're gonna the male. You were born years ago in a land far away. Your father was a hunter. You were the son of a family who lived off the woods, doing whatever they needed to make ends meet, hunting, woodcutting, making arrows, even a spot of poaching whenever things got tight. Winter was never a good time for your family, as the cold took animals and people alike, but you always lived to see another dawn, though. Your brothers and sisters might not be so fortunate. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as a street urchin. As a boy growing out of childhood, you took to the streets, doing whatever you must to survive, begging, thieving, and working for gangs to earn your bread. You live from day to day in this violent world, always one step ahead of the law and those who wish you well. Then, as a young adult, life changed, as it always does. You became a game poacher. Thought that this distinction felt sudden to you. Somewhere along the way you had become a man, and the whole world screamed to change around you. This set fit with common man's desperate scrabble for coin. You took to your local lord's own fortress, decided to help yourself to its boundary laws. Be damned, you hunted stages, boar and geese, and sold the precious meat under the table. You cut down trees right under the watchman's nose, and turned them into firewood, what warmed many freezing homes during winter, all for the few silvers of course. But soon everything changed, and you decide to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What made you take this decision was lust for money and power. Only you know exactly what caused you to give you up on old life and become an adventurer. To everyone else, it's clear that you know motivated solely with personal gain. You want to be rich, powerful, respected, feared. You want to be one whom others hurry to obey. You want the people to know your name and tremble whenever it is spoken. You want everything, and you won't let anyone stop from having it. A name. Uh, Hank. I'm just gonna randomize. Who looks like Hank? He looks like Hank. Hank is a little bit. You heard about collateral between rival kingdoms battling each other for supremacy and heaven for knights and mercenaries, cutthroats and adventurers, all willing to risk their lives in pursuit of fortune, power, of glory. In this land, which holds great dangers and even greater opportunities, you believe you may leave your past behind and start a new life. You feel that finally you hold the key of the destiny in your hands, free to use as you will, and that whatever course you take, great adventure will wait you. Drowned by the stories you heard about Galardia and its kingdoms, you Swalia. You came and curving toward the heartland of Caledia. Green shoots of wheat, barley, and oats are beginning to push through the dark soil of the rolling hills, and on the lower slopes of the Showgate Mountain, herds of cattle and sheep are grazing on the spring grass. Occasionally, you catch sight of one of the great war horses that are the pride of the Swedish nobility. The land where is rich but also troubled, and the occasional burnout farm bears witness. You keep a white bird of the forest where desperate men have taken refuge, and it's some relief when you crest the ridge and catch sight of the great port of Praven, its rooster made by golden by the last of rays of the setting sun. You are exhausted by the time you faint the inn in Praven and fall asleep quickly. However, you awake before dawn and earlier to explore your surroundings. You venture out into the streets, which are all deserted. All of a sudden, you hear a sound that sends in hair of the neck on the end, the rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. I'm starting. I'm not a good player in this game, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my good. Oh my god. Nice, nice, nice. Oh. Oh my god. I can't fight. Kill him. Just kill him. Okay. There's another man. A merchant of breed. The merchant takes you to his house. No, let me explain my proposition. We always have brains in the hills, driven to boundary by war of love, of violence. Recently, however, they have been getting bolder, living their champs in the wild and venturing into town, looking for unwary prey. The watch commander tells us because of all the fighting on the frontiers, fewer men keep an eye on the streets, but I'm not sure what to make of that. It seems to me that the most logical explanation is that these bandits have an ally inside the walls who helps them enter unnoticed and helps them identify particularly tempting targets. Last week, you see, they took my brother. I don't know what my brother was thinking. A lad from a prominent house out alone after dark in times like these. Well, I suppose you were too. You are a stranger here and didn't know how bad things have become. He had no such excuse, but his family, so what can you do? If you don't protect your kind, then people will start thinking that you can protect your investments. Either and I can't have that. No doubt, the gang will soon send word about the ransom, but I don't care to pay it. So there my proposition. You look like you have had a bit of experience with the blade, and more importantly, you must have a bit of fire in your belly, or you wouldn't be coming to Caledia to seek your fortune. So there's what I'm asking you to do. Gather a small party, track down these bandits to their lair, teach them a lesson they won't forget, and get my brother back in safe. In return, you will earn my lasting gratitude and a bit of silver. What do you say? I'm interested. You won't be able to do this by yourself, though. If you try and take a whole gang single-handedly, the hunter will become the hunted. I'll warrant you're first one to round up a group of volunteers. There are always a few lads in the village around there, looking for a bit of work. That's more interesting than tilling a spoil home. Follow, follow you if you pay, so take the purse of 100 deniers. Consider it an advance on your reward. Go around to the villages and use the money to hire some help. I'll reckon that you need at least 5 men to take these bandits. Very good, sir. I shall go. I collect some men from around the villages. Good, you can find me again in the tavern here in Praven. After you got your group together, then we speak to next. Asgard. Traveling to Asgard. 4 man, I need another Vader. There are always bandits watching. Oh, the king. Um, okay, I got the party. Where is it? The shining man. Very well, I shall hunt the bandits. Band of robbers. Ah, 2 prisoners only, but no steal. Yeah. Why I shoot an arrow in his belly and he didn't die. From here, and I learned an honest trade, and I will never hear of me again. I spare your life, but in exchange I want information. Either you or your mates kidnapped the brother of a prominent merchant in town. Tell me where you're hiding him, and give me your word that you'll stop troubling the people of two spots, and you can go free. Oh, bless you, sir, bless you. We don't the lad no harm. We've been keeping him in our hideout near Gizem. I'll describe the RB nearby until so mistaking it. Rats. I don't need this. It's better. Gizem. Oh, there is a kidnapper's hideout. Take the hideout. It's night. Oh, that's not good for us. To throwing rocks. My goodness, I'm really bad. Keep missing. Oh, okay. I'm an idiot with a bow. Oh my god, I got only 3 kills, all the rest is slaughtered by my man. Oh, there's a brother. It's 26. Maybe I can sell that shit. got sway a militia. Something done. I'm doing literally nothing. Yeah, fight me, please. This was my first Mountain Blade video. I hope you enjoyed it.